Hi, my name is Maxwell Banbury, and today we're going to be looking at the material from week 2 about participatory culture. So, one of the key points from this week's readings is that voluntary leisure activities online can be a great opportunity for productive learning. Students can pick up important skills through these activities and involvement in communities such as multitasking and networking, etc. And that because students actually want to be involved, they're more likely to take something out of it than they would necessarily in a traditional school setting. Another key point is that there's a fine line between goofing off online and productive learning moments. This is something brought up a lot by detractors. People are apprehensive about this whole thing because they feel like students online and school would just waste time. However, the studies show that this sort of thing actually works and helps students learn, and that should be implemented just as long as it's done right. Which leads to the final point that these online learning communities should be integrated into existing school infrastructure rather than rejected or being competed by educational institutions. So for some more specific points, we can look towards Rebecca Black's research, where she studies online fan communities and finds that these people pick up on the languages of the media they have shared interests in and form cosmopolitan and transnational communities. Henry Jenkins gives a plethora of anecdotes on students who, through their hobbies and interests in media and online discourse, made inroads with major organizations and companies in politics, media, filmmaking, technology. He argues that online participatory culture should be rolled into our educational system. We then move on to Mimi Ito, who really argues against detractors, differentiating between friendship and interest-driven activities. And she states the importance of these online communities in learning and relates it to phenomena of older generations. So, my initial reaction to the reading videos was that I was very much in agreement with the sentiments being expressed. This was mainly because of how I related to it in my own experiences growing up. In my younger days, I was very interested in historical video games, mainly first-person shooters and grand strategy map games. And because of this, I was involved in various online communities that would discuss historical topics surrounding the games or adjacent to them. This would be on YouTube, Reddit, and even the official game forums. And through this I learned a lot and got a deeper and more detailed understanding on the history of the world, far more than I would have gotten in school. And it showed because in class I found that I was much more knowledgeable than my peers on multiple historical subjects. So I myself was like one of these students described in the readings and videos. So this all really resonated with me. For me, the main takeaway from all of this is that participatory culture and being involved online should be implemented in school, but it just needs to be done strategically. It needs to be done in a way that doesn't seem forced and that lets students have more creative control. Otherwise, they might be just turned off by it, a lot like what Mimi Ito said. You don't want it to be too overbearing for students. Anyways, thank you for watching.